Yay, it's time. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here. I'm going to give everybody a minute to hop on. If anybody is going to tune in, I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to talk about some random stuff just for the first minute so that we can let people join. I'm wearing a green shirt because it's called Holy Guaca Tuesday, and although I may not be a big fan of guacamole, I'm working on it. As long as I put plenty of salt and pepper and stuff in it, guacamole is really, really good. So I'm wearing a green shirt just for Holy Guaca Tuesday. I felt like I needed to be a little bit festive, so I put on a green shirt just for the occasion. I'm super, super excited to be here. I've been prepping since last week and prepping today all day, and I'm really, really excited. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and start talking. And as people come in, say hi to let me know that you're down there in the comment section, and we'll just go ahead and get started enjoying our chips and guacamole and business and photography. Woo! So cool. Hi, Blush House. Yay! My hostesses are here. Awesome. Cool. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and start. My name is Kaylee Trippett. Thank you, Chelsea and Danielle, for having me on your page today doing a live. I am a wedding and portrait photographer based out of Florida. I shoot both film and digital. I guess the self-title is being hybrid, but I don't know. I shoot film and digital. I really, really love it. My goal is to shine a light into the world of visuals through capturing couples and families and people who love, and they're on the adventure of life and love together. So I really, really love what I do. I have a heart for it and a passion for it, but I also have a passion to educate other photographers and educate other entrepreneurs and boost them up and lift them up and help them be successful, because if there's anything that I can relate to, it's being overwhelmed by the prospect of running your own business and owning your own business and not knowing where to start, or bumps along the way and not really knowing how to handle them. And once you navigate them, you'll get over it. It'll pass. It'll be great. So stay tuned after the live stream, because there's going to be a comment in the comment section below that is going to have so many resources, freebies, and links for you. Like, I couldn't just do a live stream, y'all. Like, I had to give you resources, I had to give you links, I had to give you like homework and that kind of thing. They're not like required stuff, don't worry, I just said homework, they're not required or anything, but they were resources that helped me out when I started my business, and I think they're so valuable. And I think that if you're somebody who is sitting in front of the screen as someone who's starting their own business and you start looking at these resources, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, these are so good. Oh my gosh, freak out. Chip and guac. Exactly. Chip and guac moment. That's exactly what it is. The freak out moment is the moment you take a bite of your chips and guac. So, I wanted to also do a disclaimer that I only have an hour to talk, and I'm so excited. I also love to talk and get a little bit off tangent sometimes, but I'm going to try really, really hard to fit everything that I have into 1 hour, and I have a lot of stuff. So do not let the amount or volume of content that I have discourage you or confuse you. Please don't let it do that. It's actually meant to be a resource for later, whenever you come back to the video, to digest and chew at your own pace, because I don't want for anything to go untaught. I don't want for anything to be missed. So please don't get discouraged or overwhelmed when you're first looking at it. At least that's what I kind of think right now. Don't get overwhelmed or discouraged, because just go back to it later, and it's good to slowly dwell on it, to slowly think on. That's awesome. That's really exciting. Let's see. Oh, hi, Sarah. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, Blush House, for hosting me. Thank you so much. I agree. Yeah. Okay, grab a notebook and pen, get ready to take some notes, and we're going to jump right in. So, how I've broken this down is I've broken down the key components or sections of a business that I believe that you can start with to be successful, and that you can grow to pursue, or that you can pursue to grow your business. So even if you can't do all of these things right now and implement all of these things at this very moment, these are things that you can pursue and that you can chase after to add to your business months down the road, years down the road. and whatnot, which is kind of like along the lines of what I said a minute ago. I have a lot of volume, and it's not all stuff that's meant to be done right this very second. But, you know, it's like a timeline thing, a linear thing, you know, think about it like that. So the first thing I want to talk about is like the obvious thing. Let's talk about some gear. Obviously, I think that you're going to need, when you start out, you're just going to need yourself a camera and a lens. That's it. I don't think you need anything else super fancy, just a camera and a lens. I highly recommend, like I will recommend and rave to anybody, the Rebel series from Canon. This is the camera that I started out on, and the very lens that came in the kit when I bought it. This is a T5i. It's not super fancy. It is, you know, a standard camera. The settings aren't extensive on it, but it does allow you to shoot in manual. So do you see our little M right here for manual? It does allow you to shoot in manual, and that's what I think is important as far as skills. Whenever you're starting in photography, it allows you to shoot in manual so you can learn about all your settings and how to control the image that you're taking and take images according to your lighting situation. You can buy kits, I guess, which come with a camera body, a lens, sometimes a bag, a strap, you know, stuff like that. But if you are not willing to or not able to cash out like $600 or $500 immediately, go to kehcamera.com. kehcamera.com sells discounted and used camera gear, okay? But they also use a checkpoint system for inspection so that when you get it, you know that it has passed inspection and that it will be functional and it will work and it will not be broken and it won't be unreliable. They go through that checkpoint for every single item that they do, whether it's a lens, whether it's a battery, a camera body. It doesn't matter. It goes through the checkpoint system so that it's working and good to go and you can get started taking pictures. I love it. Like, I love KH Camera. I actually bought this film camera. Actually, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. You can buy this film camera. This is what I do all of my film work on. You can buy this from KH Camera for $8. This is what I do all my film work on. If y'all see my film work and you're like, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's so good. I could never do that. Ooh, you know, girl, no. You can get this camera for $8 on KH Camera. Don't be beating yourself down. Go get you a camera, get you a roll of film from the drugstore, and go shoot you some film. It is not hard at all. It is wonderful. And I will cheer you on every step of the way doing that. So gear, you need camera and a lens. That's it. And also you can buy lenses from KH too. So even if you don't do like a film body or whatever, you can buy lenses there for as low as $8. $8 as well, and then it goes all the way up to super expensive lenses and whatnot. But KEH is wonderful and perfect for all of your gear that you need. I mean, anything. Just go check it out, kehcamera.com. I buy some of my stuff from there, seriously. Okay. I also, regarding film and gear, or not film, sorry, gear for your camera, I have a freebie link. Remember at the beginning of the live stream, I was telling you that I'm going to have links down below in the comment box as soon as the video is done. I have a freebie for you that's on my website that's 10 tips for picking your first camera and choosing your first camera. It's a breakdown of all the things you consider when buying a first camera. I see a couple of comments and stuff down here. And I'm going to get to those at the very end of this stream. So if you have comments and stuff, that way I don't get distracted, I'm going to answer the questions or comment on those at the very end of the stream. Okay, so gear, that's done with. Let's move on to, it sounds weird, but I'm going to say administration. You're your own boss. You own your own business. Sometimes there are boss things that you have to do. Hashtag girl boss. There are things that you have to do to effectively run your business from the boss side of things. Okay, one of those things I'm going to recommend you do is to get an email address for your business. Not only is it free, it looks good. It looks professional. I personally just use my own name, kayleetrippett@gmail.com, but I've also seen people use, their name plus photo. So it would be like kayleetrippettphoto@gmail.com or kayleetrippettphotography.com or ktp@gmail.com, something like that. Have an email dedicated directly to your photography business. It streamlines things and it makes you look professional, and it'll make you feel better about yourself too. I recommend, on a side note, I recommend Gmail because Gmail has so many integrations and so many capabilities. all of my programs that I use to run my business seamlessly integrate with Gmail, like my booking system, my scheduling system, my client management system, everything that I have online that I use to connect with people and run my business, it all connects with Gmail seamlessly. It's like the first option. It says connect with Gmail or connect with Facebook. So if you have Yahoo, AOL, Hotmail, like that's okay too, but I would recommend Gmail because Gmail just integrates so seamlessly and smoothly with all the other programs out there. Secondly, I'm going to say start with a free website. I see so many photographers that don't have a website, and while they may seem successful online, they probably are successful. I think that a website's going to look so good for showcasing your work and for having a place where people can go to learn about you and see all of your work and everything that you've done. I couldn't recommend a website more. I think the website is one of the integral online pieces of your business that you should have from the get-go. I started with a free Blogger website. There's where that Gmail comes in, because Gmail comes with Blogger. So you can start with a Blogger website. It doesn't have to be professional. You don't have to buy a domain. You don't have to buy a website subscription right off the bat. Just just get a free website. That's it. Now I use Squarespace, and I do pay for that. I use Squarespace, but Squarespace, I don't believe, offers free websites, like KayleeTributPhoto@squarespace.com. I don't think they offer free websites, but WordPress does, and I started off on WordPress. I like WordPress. WordPress has an app. You can do a lot through your app. I love it. I really like it as far as starting off. But other websites that are really good to use are going to be, I'm going to say Wix and Weebly. I think that you have free websites, maybe. But yeah, just start with a free website. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the cutoff. I apologize. So sorry. Technology, can't live with it, can't live without it. I'm just going to pick right back up where I left off again. So sorry about that. Where was I talking about? I was talking about, if you tune in and you're here, please let me know where I clicked off at. Facebook business page. Okay. Facebook business page is going to be one of your number one tools that's going to help you on social media. It integrates with Instagram, and you have Messenger, you have your Facebook business page, like messages that you can operate on. I actually think that Facebook pages is stepping up their game, and they're actually integrating calendars, they're integrating scheduling and payment methods and stuff. So honestly, if you're looking for a really basic start to online stuff, you can just do a Facebook business page, whatever. So yeah, that's really cool. So Facebook business page is going to help you grow your fan base or grow your potential clients, and it's also going to be a social media hub for all of your work. Now, those are like the free basic options for starting a business. If you already have these and you've had these for a couple of months and you saved up some money and you kind of want to invest in a little bit more, then some options for you are going to be, again, we're in administration right now. That's where we clicked off. That's where I clicked off at, was administration. And those are like the boss things that you have to do since you own your own business. You got to wear many hats when you're the boss of your own business. So administration is going to be client management system. This is something that I've recently just dived into really recently, and I'm really loving it. Client management systems are ways to organize all of your clients and your workflows when you're dealing with your clients. I personally use HoneyBook, and I love it. I just started using it, and I absolutely love it. It after some setup and after some getting ready, it's so seamless, and it frees up your time immensely. So HoneyBook is great. I love HoneyBook. But before I got HoneyBook, if you're somebody who's like, oh, I'm not ready for that, I'm not ready to make monthly payments yet, I'm not ready to make monthly payments yet for a client management system that's just a little bit out of my budget, just get yourself a little, this is my worksheet that I used to use too. It's so simple. I made it myself. It's every single step of every single step of when I deal with the client, of everything that they get, everything that they do. You can see this is actually an active one right now. This is a client that I have right now who I haven't completed their entire experience with me. And all it has is things on it like, book my consultation, mail my agreement, Q questionnaire for weddings, take payments, send receipt, book photo shoot, do the photo shoot, post process, send gallery, prints, mail package. Like, that's pretty much it. I just marked down, this is what my experience used to look like with my clients, and I wrote it down, checked it off as I accomplished each thing. It so helped me keep track of everything, and it helped me just keep everything together, because if you don't have a management system, whether any kind of management system, somebody or something's going to slip through the cracks. You don't want it to be an important factor in your shoots. You don't want it to be a payment. You don't want it to be a receipt. Just keeping track of everything and keeping everything in order and in line is a client management system. Now, like I said, I use HoneyBook, and if you are somebody who's wanting to branch out and give HoneyBook a try, you can try it for 2 weeks for free. Another link that I have for you, remember those links at the bottom of the comment section? That's probably going to be in these 2 videos now. I have 2 promo codes for you, and I don't know why I'm sharing 2. I just use the bigger one. But one promo code is from me. It's my promo code. And you get 20% off of your first year with HoneyBook using my promo code, and it rewards me, Or if you want to get a bigger discount off, I have a link to a photographer named Jenna Kutcher. She is somebody who did photography for a really long time, but is super into business, sales, and marketing. She has a lot of channels and outlets which she teaches and speaks and does photography. And she has a 50% off link on this website or on this page that I'm going to link you to in the comments below. You can get 50% off, and I'm going to be really straight and really honest with you. The entire year of HoneyBook, one whole year of HoneyBook, costs about $500. That boils down to $30-something a month, or something like that. And with her 50% off code, you can only pay $17 a month, which is down that's $200 a year. So that's so worth it to me. That is such a good investment to me. Like, I couldn't help myself. I was like, oh my gosh, I found the link. I got to do it. You can totally go do that promo code. If you're not sure, try it out for 2 weeks. Invest some time in it. Okay, don't give up, because it does take one time of setting everything up. And then once you're done, it does all the rest of the work for you. It's so worth it. I highly recommend it. Go try HoneyBook. All those ads and stuff like, I use HoneyBook and it changed my business. I'm probably going to be one of those people, because it really is that great. Honestly, it's really good. Also, Dubsado. I think Dubsado is another big client management system that people really, really like. So that's also another one. I haven't used it, but go try it out. And also another thing, if you're wanting to kind of branch out and invest a little bit more, is to get a website with your actual domain name. So you'll have to buy a domain, which is $20 a year. That's like pennies a day. Not even whatever. Didn't have to think about that. $20 a year, and then you'll have to do a website host subscription as well. So if you choose WordPress, Squarespace, Weebly, Wix, whatever you choose to do, you're going to have to pay for a subscription to use that website. So $20 a year plus whatever your monthly subscription is. And I don't think it's really that expensive. I think it may only be $12 a month. Some are based on your package or plan, $12 a month, $20 a month, $30, whatever. I have the most basic plan. So let's move on, okay? I just got done with administration, business boss lady tasks. Let's move on to pricing, okay? It's a big one. You're just getting started in your business, and you are confused and not sure how you should price your sessions and price your services. The first thing that I can say is, do not do what everybody else is doing. Don't look at somebody else's prices and say, "Oop, that's what I'm going to do." Don't do it. You are setting yourself up for failure 100%, because you don't know what they have contributing to those prices. They don't know what they're considering when they made those prices. And you don't want to, A, overprice somebody and then not get hired later on. And then B, you don't want to underprice yourself and become in debt to yourself and just not succeed in your business at all because you aren't making enough money. Don't do what they're doing. As a beginner with a photography business, a beginner straight up, I would recommend a really basic approach to your prices. Just start out by doing some math, and you're going to take into consideration two things. You are going to take into consideration your investments, like what you've already paid for to get your business up and running. So for some of you, that would be, what did you pay to get your camera and your lens? And if you bought some other things, like, factor that into. And then you're also going to want to consider the profit that you're going to make. So first, you're going to want to break even. Whatever you invested, you need to make that back. You need to make sure that you're getting that money back so that you can start at fresh $0 and then build from there. So investments plus a profit. And that profit is what is going to help you grow your business. It's going to help you pay yourself. It's going to help you to buy other things for your business to help improve your business and your client experience. And then eventually you can up your prices. Okay. Now I had an example, like a scaled down example of how to do this, just so it makes sense. But I think that everybody kind of understands finances, kind of. But I'm still going to share this little example with you. And it sounded cool when I was telling it to myself and I was like practicing it, but I don't know, just disclaimer, I don't know if it's going to sound as cool. So a really, really scaled down example of this. And again, I don't suggest that you start your business like this. Don't do this. But this is just an example. Don't do this. Let's say that you want to start your own business and all you can start with is a little disposable camera from the drugstore. Okay. A disposable camera from the drugstore costs about $9. And then to have the camera developed, it's going to cost about $13. So overall, you've already spent a total of about, let's just say $22. Okay. So about $22 is what you've invested so far, right? Now, you got to add in another $22 so that you can, in the future, buy another camera and get that film developed, right? Because it makes no sense to spend $22 on a camera and film and then only break even. You're going to be only dishing out more money in the future to do another shoot if you buy another camera and, develop it with your own money. So $22 for your camera and your developing, plus another $22 to do a shoot in the future. You got a total of $44 right now. Okay, again, this is just an example. $44. Let's go ahead and round it up to $50 so you have an extra $6 to stuff in a little envelope for later. Let's say you want to save up to buy like another lens or another camera or something in the future. Stuff that $6 in that envelope and set it aside for a rainy day. You get your second shoot scheduled and you already have the $22 to buy yourself a camera and get it developed, right? And then you've also got another $22 for your third shoot. You've also gained another $6 to stuff in that little envelope. So now you have $12 in your little envelope. So that system continues and continues and continues. And after 4 shoots, you have $24 stuffed in your little envelope. And with $24, just saying, you're speaking in terms of film, for $24, you can buy this film camera, you can buy a lens, and you can also buy a roll of film for cheap, a couple of dollars, and then maybe even get it developed. So you are getting yourself set up to improve your business and to expand your business and up your prices. Okay, if that makes sense. Like, now that story sounds like really funky, but I hope that really makes sense. So you need to break even and you need to make a profit so that you can grow your business and you can invest in other things. So when you're starting your business, there's 2 things you can start with. And as your business grows, you'll then be able to add in things like overhead fees. That's, your website, if you choose to pay for it, you pay for that every month. So you need to cover that every month. If you do your client management system, if you go with HoneyBook, you have a client management system, you need to cover that payment every month. So then, you'll just grow in your finances and you'll learn how to kind of add things on. You'll learn how to pay yourself. You'll learn how to manage your business. But just for now, as a beginning point, if you're confused, just sit down and think, what have I invested so far and what kind of profit do I want to make? Easy peasy point to start. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. I'm really excited about this one. Lastly, or nextly, is going to be something that's not really talked about too much because everybody's consumed with money and business, but I think it's so important. This next part is going to be about personal vision, business growth, and self-care. This is all like heart stuff. which I can't like let slide under the rug. Heart stuff. Think about things like, how do you want to run your business? What kind of things, like what impact do you want to have on people through your business? For me, it's a spiritual thing. I use it as a ministry. So I get to really consider how to serve people and how to maybe even meet a need that they might have through praying for my clients, or just little things like loving on their children, holding their babies during their shoot, playing, like connecting with their children, things like that. Those are all ways that I really choose to serve my clients well and love them well, pretty much. What kind of business do you want to run? Implement it as early as you can, those small things. What is important to you? What kind of things do you want for people to take away from your business other than pictures? Because it's not all, everybody knows it's not all about pictures. When you start taking pictures and you start having a business of your own, it's so much more than just snap and give. So much more. Implement all of those things early in like the smallest of ways, and it will make the biggest difference in your photography business. Next is invest in education. We're still under business growth, self-care, and whatnot. Invest in education. I can't talk more about investing in education. There is too much information out there from top photographers and highest performing photographers. You can't miss it. Like, there's too much out there for you to not take advantage of it. So another link number 3 is going to be a blog link to my website where I list out all of my favorite free resources from top photographers. There's so many photographers out there that teach so many different niches and so many different things. It's going to meet your need in some way or another. If you're looking for tips on skill building, like learning how to shoot manual, that's out there. If you want to learn about posing, I have a link to that. It's out there. If you want to learn about shooting like with flash, or styling, or client management, like it's all in that blog post. Like, it's chock full. I think it has like 23 resources in it, something like that, if I remember correctly. It's got a lot of resources in it, and you're going to love it. So invest in education. I think education is a big thing. Right now I'm telling you that I have freebies for you, but you can also pay to learn from some of these photographers as well. You can go to their workshops, you can watch their online webinars, you can watch their online education programs that they have. Take advantage of those. There's too much out there to not do that. So take advantage in education. Shoot for fun. I cannot tell you how important this one is. When you're a photographer, or let's say, like right now I'm going to talk about other businesses. Let's say you have a different business, like styling business, wedding planning business, whatever industry that you're in, you have your own business. Try to do it for fun. I don't know if every business can do that, but do it for fun. This past Memorial Day, I had an expired roll of film. It was Fuji Superia 400 or something, and I just shot it. Like, I went and put it in my camera, and it was expired. I don't know if it'll turn out or not. I just sent it out today, but I had so much fun shooting it without the pressure of producing a certain result. I made sure that I did that because I want to have fun. I still want to enjoy my job. I don't want to be so consumed in work and business and growth and money and future and visions and stuff that I lose my love of photography. Like, I started it for a reason, and I want to retain that reason. And the key to that is doing it for fun when you can. Do it for fun. It will probably reignite a passion in you. It'll make you realize why you started doing it in the first place. So yeah, do it for fun. In the beginning of a business, there is no way that you can learn how to handle 10 weddings a year in your first month. You don't know how to handle 10 brides, 20 seniors, 5 families, whatever your dream year looks like. There's no way that you can efficiently do that without growing and reaching stepping stones to get there and taking stepping stones to get there. So learn to rest and place value on self-care, okay? Rest and value on self-care is so important, because if you start in the beginning of your business, it's something that you're going to hold on to all the way through. And I hear all of these trends and all of these mindsets where people just work 24/7. They work. And the truth is that what they're working for, free time with their family or more time with their family, I'm not saying that nobody gets that by working 24/7. People do. They do get that. But if you set yourself up for a mindset of 24/7 work, that's what's going to stick with you throughout your business. And even when you get to the place where you can spend time with your family and you can spend time with your friends, and you do have time to go on vacation and whatnot, you're going to end up being stuck to your phone, or you're going to end up still in work mode, because that's what you did when you started your business, and that's the mindset that you started out with. And I'll be honest, this past weekend, I spent a lot of time replying to emails. I spent a lot Memorial Day weekend, right? I was just over here saying a minute ago, I shot film, it was for fun, it was good, yay. But I'll be honest, I spent a lot of time, answering emails, answering messages, talking to people online. And, I could have been spending time with family or with my husband or participating in games that were being played. And I really had to wake up and say, okay, let's wait for a minute, put this down, go somewhere else. I can't focus on work 24/7, 100%. Place value on rest and self-care now, and it will set you up for success in the future. Next, or lastly, in that little section, is going to be setting personal goals for growth personally or growth in business. This is going to be little things that you can do to kind of have fun with it now and then implement it in your business later. For some people, that could be learning to shoot photography one certain way, only in black and white for a while, or only shoot their family on film for a while. Or for me personally, I'm branching out into mixed media, and I have recently started researching and learning about getting my prints put on a canvas and then enhancing them and adding to them through acrylic paints and oils and stuff. And although I don't really have a full concept of it yet, it's something I think is really cool, and maybe in the future I could take commissions for it. But that's kind of a little thing that I've been, it's a fun little business growth thing. Find something that's gonna be a personal goal for you. That way you're not always striving to make money, to work harder, to do that. You have to have some element in your business that's going to be enjoyable, or it's going to be something that you look forward to practicing and look forward to doing. So set yourself a personal goal for growth. Okay, now I'm at 5:35 right now, and I'm going to give myself a couple of grace minutes because of the cutoff a little while ago, so I'm not going to end directly at 6 o'clock. But we're going to move into the second part of this cast now. This is going to be titled Secrets That No One Else Is Going to Tell You About Starting Your Photography Business. You're not going to find these online. If you do, share them with me. But you're not going to find these secrets online, because you have to work really, really hard to fully implement and understand them. I can tell you them now, but they're not going to mean anything to you unless you get out and try them and do them. Okay? And that's why you don't find it online anywhere, because it's not something that you can do today and see results today, it's something that takes time. And, in the world today, things are about now. Things are about get it done now, do it now. And this isn't a now thing. This is an investment, and it pays off higher than any of the other things I've listed in the end. Okay. Number 1, secrets that no one else is going to tell you. Okay. Number 1, you're going to need to guard your vision. Okay. That's my wording for it. But guarding your vision, okay, means not falling prey to the enemy of comparison. Okay. When you are starting out in your business, it's really easy to follow every photographer on Instagram, look at their work, and think, oh, why can't I shoot like that? Why can't I do pictures like that? Or you're 5 months into your business and you think you should have acquired all of the shooting skills by now, and you don't. Then you start looking at their images and you start looking at their captions saying, I just booked my 25th wedding of the year, or I can't wait to tell you all about how amazing my best-selling course is going this fall, or something like that. And your heart sinks because you're like, oh man, the world's got a great photographer, it doesn't need another one. False. You are one of a kind. You need to get out there and do your business, whether it's photography or whatever else your business is. You need to get out there and do it. But guarding your vision is a really hard thing to do, but it's worth it. You're going to use social media to learn and gain inspiration not to compare. I would suggest maybe following like 5 photographers to start off with, like 5 of your favorite photographers, and just learn from them. Study their photos, learn from them, like just 5. Don't go crazy and follow 27 million photographers, because then your feed's going to be filled with all of these shots and all of these things, and you're just going to be overwhelmed because your photography doesn't look like that yet, or you don't have that many clients yet. Don't do it. Don't fall prey to it. Just have a strong start in your business, and it's going to be worth it in the end, and it's going to be worth it in the long run. The good way to say this and a good way to share about this is that I like to call it like, don't compare your chapter 1 of your business with somebody else's chapter 10, if that makes sense. There's a photographer out there who is 10 years into her business, and she lives in a gorgeous, beautiful home that she has a separate Instagram for. She's got a beautiful family, everything. She just has like so much from photography, and takes gorgeous pictures, has booked so many weddings every single year. She's super successful, but she's on year 10. So it doesn't make sense for me in, chapter 2, chapter 3 of my business to compare myself with like the middle of her story, the middle of her photography story. Hey Mom, glad you joined. You thinking about starting your own business, Mama? I'll help you, I'll coach you. But anyway, so don't compare your chapter 1 with somebody else's chapter 10. You're just not in the same place, and it doesn't make sense to try to get where they have been after 10 years of working to get there. Relish in your chapter that you're in right now. Grow based on your chapter, okay? 5 photographers, and, kind of learn from them, and kind of learn to really like look up to them, not so much want to emulate them, if that makes sense. Okay, next is going to be a really applicable thing that you can sit down and do tonight, okay? That's going to pay off in the end. This is big. I wish I knew how to do this in the beginning, okay? Number 2 is going to be visualize your goals. You need to set attainable and realistic goals for your business chapter, whatever chapter you're in of your business. You need to set goals that are attainable for you, okay? And you need to visualize them. Get specific. Don't just say, oh, I want to make money this year. Oh, I want to shoot weddings this year. Oh, I want to buy a camera this year. Sit down, put in the time, and be specific. Write down how many weddings you want to book, how many seniors you want to book. Whatever it is that you want to do, write those things down. Get specific about them. Give them numbers. Give them names, even if you want to. I want to book Mary Jane's wedding. Her wedding is going to be a southern girl wedding, or something like that, like a southern inspiration wedding. When you visualize your goals and you have these things written down specifically, it makes it so much easier to pursue those. Let's say this year I want to book 10 seniors this year, 10 senior sessions. Then when you get online and you start sales and you start marketing and you start advertising, you can focus on finding 10 girls. That way you're not speaking to a random crowd. You're not speaking to, anybody who will come. You're not speaking to, get money. If you want to book 10 seniors this year, you know that you are searching and speaking to 10 girls. Does that make sense? I think it does. That way you're not just randomly throwing out stuff and hoping to get bookings. An example, here is your dream year, okay? Let me back up just a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, dream big and map out your best year in business, okay? Here's how you do that, okay? Here's how you get your visualization going, okay? For whatever year you're in. Dream big, map out your best year in business. Like dream up, don't dream big, guys. Don't scale back for me. Don't step back for fear. What does your business look like in 5 years? What does it look like in 10 years? Dream big, okay? Write all of those things down. Here's an example. My dream year is going to be 12 weddings, 15 seniors, 10 family shoots, 10 maternity and newborn shoots, okay? That's like a dream year. That's just an example of a dream year. You're going to take that dream year and you are going to cut away and scale back about 75% to 80% of that. And you're going to only pick a very few people, or a little bit of that dream year, of that big year, okay? So realistic year in comparison to your dream year is going to be, your realistic year is going to be 2 weddings, 3 seniors, 2 family shoots, and 2 maternity newborn shoots. I know it seems small. I know that doesn't seem like a raving business there. You're going to get paid and go on a trip to Hawaii in the first year. No. Make it attainable, make it realistic. And when you do that, you now know that you are out there seeking 2 brides. That doesn't sound so bad, does it? That sounds easy. Like, shoot, I can find 2 girls and advertise, or I can find, 2 people out there who are getting married. That doesn't feel bad at all. And suddenly your confidence perks. You're like, ooh, I just booked 2 people. Yay. Woohoo. And that feels so much better than being down in the dumps because you can't book 12 people in a year, or you can't sell out a best-selling educational course in a year. It's so much better for your business. Just scale it back, make it realistic, make it attainable, okay? It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is for your season of business. It's just right, okay? All right. Next and lastly, the last tip, I got 3 tips for you. The first one was guarding your vision. The second one was visualize your attainable and realistic goals, like visualize them. And then the lastly is going to be kind of boring, but I think it's so important. It's about sales. Sales is developing relationships. For photography, sales is big time developing relationships. Develop relationships with people who could eventually be your client one day, but don't have the end result in mind. You cannot be attached to the outcome, or else your relationship is going to be fake. Be friends with people, comment online with people, be sociable, develop relationships with people, and then one day they're going to come to you to book their wedding, and they're going to come to you to book their maternity session. For example, let's say you photograph a senior and you stay in contact with her for years, and you're keeping up with her life and you're loving what she's doing, and she's loved her pictures and she loved her experience with you. Let's say 5 years down the road, after she graduates college, finds the love of her life and gets married, she says, I want to book that person because they did my senior session. That's sales. That's relationships. I know that this doesn't really, I guess this can't apply to most other, like a lot of other businesses, but big time, you have to develop relationships with people. Don't have the end result in mind, okay? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. I think it does. There are 2 types of clients that you have that you can apply this to, okay? Number 1 is going to be your potential clients. Those are the direct people who are going to come to you to get photographed, okay? Or come to you for their service. Your second type of person who is going to be really important for your business are going to be people who know your clients. Some people don't even think about that. The people that know your clients are sometimes your top referrers. That's where all your clients come from. I know one of the first weddings that I booked was due to a referral. I had people, actually all the weddings I booked in my first year was due to people referring them to me because those people knew me. It's wild how referrals can do wonders for your business. This is why, like, you have to be genuine in your relationships, because you never know where your next client is going to come from. And that's why you don't need to be attached to the end result too. So when I say go out and be sociable, go out and talk to people, comment on pictures, even if they don't book you and they book somebody else, they're going to know that you're out there, and they're going to go tell somebody else that you are a photographer and they wish they would have booked with you, or maybe they didn't book with you because they just kind of booked somebody before, but they think you do a really great job. Those are the people that you need to turn into champions for your business. The people that are going to rave about you and that are going to talk about you and be like your cheerleaders for your business. Relationships 101. Study it, do it, apply it. Yes. Now, next is sales and marketing are completely different. We just talked about sales and how sales in photography is 100% developing relationships. I didn't know a lot about sales and marketing when I first started. I just kind of assumed that when I posted pictures online that was both sales and marketing, you know. Sorry, I'm a little bit sometimes. But honestly, sales and marketing are two completely different things, 100%. Sales is developing relationships with people for potential bookings in the future and to get work in the future. Marketing is how you showcase your work and the different venues and outlets through which you showcase your work. So, marketing is your advertising and showcasing your offerings and your best work. And there's a lot more to sales. Okay, so marketing and sales are completely different. Now, sales is not just sitting down and pitching yourself, like pitching your services to somebody and then closing. It's an investment of yourself and your time. And lastly, I said this before, I already said, but I think it's really important. Detachment from the final result is essential to successful sales. Don't get into relationships assuming you're going to book that person because the relationship's fake and they know it. So, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you have tuned in. If you've tuned in for the last one or for this one, let me know what you think in the comments below. I think this video is going to go live right after it's done. And please, or like it's going to go up on the page right after it's done, please leave a comment below and share what you like learned from this live cast, or what you gleaned or what you like realized was most important like about this cast. I really hope you learned something. I really hope that your eyes were opened for the smallest thing. I don't know, smallest thing out there. I really hope it helped. I hope this has been an immense help, and I hope it will help you consider starting your own business. Please revisit this link in the future to process things slowly and to kind of take it bite by bite. Because it's a lot right now. It felt like a lot. But please come back and watch it again. I'm actually going to probably take this video and the video before it and mesh it together and put it on my YouTube channel so that you can view it over on my YouTube channel as well. Speaking of which, YouTube, the last link that I want to share with you is going to be a really cool link. It is a link to my YouTube channel, and it's funny how things work. When I got asked to do this live stream, I was actually right in the middle of planning and implementing a YouTube course called Business Basics for Photographers, same as this little thing here, this little live cast, but it's a series of YouTubes, a series of videos on YouTube that document in detail each of these components. And it's not just what I've talked about on this live cast today. It actually goes into detail with a lot more than just what you've heard on this cast today. So in those links below, I'm also going to link in my YouTube channel. Go there, subscribe. The videos go up weekly. You don't want to miss them. There's going to be just a lot of content in a lot more detail, which I felt like I was pretty detailed here today, but if it's possible, I'm going to get more detailed. I'm going to share more things and more items that you can implement today for success in the future. Really glad that you came. I'm super excited. I'm going to look at these questions really quick. I'm going to pull you up right here, and I'm going to look at me some questions. Let's see, Sarah, you said something on the last stream, on the last cast before it went off. Would you mind like sharing that again? Or does anybody have any questions or comments that I can answer? If not, I'll just go back and look at that other, that other thing, that other video, and let's see. I still have, it's 5:51, so I have, excuse me, I have 9 minutes left. Do you hear my cat meowing at the door? I have my door closed, and they don't like when doors are closed. They scratch at the door. Let's see. I'm on my computer right now. Let's see. Sarah says, not a question, just stating how awesome KEH was. Yeah, KEH is awesome. I love KEH. I bought one of my most recent lenses from there, and I love it. It's awesome. Looking here at my other video. Hang on. Come back. Sarah, I'm reading your past comment. It says, great resource. I've gotten all of my equipment from KEH for far less than retail value, still at fantastic quality. Yep, I agree. Yep, I know it. KEH is amazing. Go for it. I actually have a series on Instagram, like on the little story archives. I have a little Instagram archive about buying a film camera and getting started investing in like film photography for really, really cheap. And like I said before, you get this for $8 online. But yeah, so cool. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I'm going to go ahead and do like all of my links down here at the bottom for you, so you can have a lot of educational resources and whatnot. Something that I'm going to link down in the bottom that that I want to offer up to you is going to be if you are just getting started with your business, and you already have started your business and you're kind of getting there, like getting your business up and running and whatnot, I want to offer you a free 30-minute business consultation video call to just answer any questions that you may have. If you're somebody who likes talking in person, if you're somebody who learns better by hearing and talking with somebody one-on-one, I want to offer you a free 30-minute business consultation video call so that I can answer any questions that you may have, help you problem solve anything that you're stuck on. I would love to help you and love to chat with you. I'm only going to be opening up my calendar through the 15th of June, which is for about 3 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks from today. So that link is going to be below as well. Please take advantage of that if you feel like it. I would really, really love to talk with you and help you get on the right track and help problem solve, or to compliment you, or whatever it is that you need. So, let's see, Sarah, you said, I did miss the section about business management due to video feedback stopping. Hopefully this will be in the one that is posted after live. Business management, are you talking about administration? Is that what you're talking about, like the administration stuff? Let's see. Okay, yeah, so I'm looking at like administration. That's all that I can probably think that you're talking about is administration. First thing that I was going to say was get yourself an email address and make it your primary business email address, whether it be just your name or your name plus admin. Okay, cool. Get an email address. You can make it your name or just your name and photo, like sarahdoylephoto@gmail.com or something like that. Just something really simple. It looks professional, it looks good, and it boosts your confidence. I love it. I use just personally my name. Just get yourself an email. I recommend Gmail. It integrates seamlessly with programs out there and online websites and programs and things. I highly recommend Gmail. Next is going to be start with a free website so you can showcase your work. You're going to need to share like galleries of your work and maybe even have a blog. I call websites, like people out there call websites storefronts, like they show that your shop light is on, that you're in business and that you're working and you're doing stuff. But it's a place where you house all of like your personal like business culture. You can display your prices on your free website. You can display your galleries. You can display your blog, a contact form so people can get a hold of you. I use Squarespace, but I highly recommend Squarespace eventually, but they don't have a free website option. You have to pay for it. So if you're looking for a free starting point, you can either choose Blogger, which comes with Gmail. You can use Blogger. WordPress does free accounts. Wix and Weebly are good places to start. I started with WordPress and then moved over to Squarespace. I recommend both of those very, very highly. But yeah, just get yourself a website and get yourself a hub that's just for your business. And then get a Facebook business page. That's going to help connect you with the social media world. It's going to be big for gaining clients in the future. And remember when I was talking about sales and developing relationships, commenting online and talking with people like online socially that's going to be big. You can comment as your business. You can send messages as your business. People can message you for your prices and for information and stuff. And it just looks really good. For you, it looks professional. It looks more professional than just no website at all. And then I had some options for if you already have all of these things, or you're looking, you have a little bit of money to spend and invest a little bit more. That's going to be a client management system. And like I said, I personally use HoneyBook, but that is a little bit on the pricier side. But before I used HoneyBook, I used just a little sheet of paper like this that listed out all the steps of booking a client and like doing a photo shoot. This is my entire client experience. This is what I used to do, entire client experience. And it has things like book your consultation, mail your agreement and your release, questionnaire for weddings, take your payment, send receipts, book photo shoot, do the photo shoot, post process, and gallery prints, mail package. Like, just pretty much you need something that's going to help you keep track of all your clients, because you don't want to miss anything. You don't want money to slip through the cracks. You don't want a client to slip through the cracks. You want to be efficient in your responses to them. So you're going to need some way to keep track. And I personally have graduated to HoneyBook. I have an offer, a promo code for you, and it's going to be in the links below. If you use my link, you get 20% off your first year, and it benefits me. But if you want to, you can go with a larger promo code from a photographer named Jenna Kutcher, and she has a 50% off your first year code. And I'm going to include that in the bottom too. So you can actually get what was once like $500, $600 for this program a year. You can now get it at like $200. Not expensive at all. Or well, not, entirely expensive, like $500, $600. And then if you are ready to graduate from a free website to a paid website, you're going to need to buy a domain, which is $20 a year, and then a subscription to whatever website host that you want or provider. So if you choose WordPress, you're going to need to buy a subscription to that. If you choose Squarespace, you're going to need to buy a subscription to that. So those were two things that if you're looking to just kind of graduate from the super beginner mode, if you want to invest a little bit more, I would go with those two things. I would get your own domain name, the $20 a year domain name, and then a client management system to help things be efficient and smooth. Okay, cool. Anything else? Any other questions? It's 6 o'clock. Cool. Actually, wow, I'm impressed with myself. Even with like a little hiccup there in the middle, like I finished right on time. Cool. That's awesome. You're welcome, Sarah. Good luck. I actually saw your Facebook page. You've been posting stuff and your pictures are beautiful. I'm excited to see where you go. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to get you those free links at the bottom of both of these videos, I guess. And you can start doing these things tonight. You can start implementing all these things. Okay? Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in.